Today, I'm taking you to one of the darkest chapters in history. In the 1970s, Pol Pot carried out a horrific genocide that cost the lives of millions of people. In this video, we will visit the Tuol Sleng prison in Phnom Penh and the killing fields together. Hey everyone, I'm in Cambodia. Today, I'm taking you through Cambodia's dark history, Pol Pot's brutal regime, and the killing fields. If you're ready, let's take a look together at this terrifying past. You can get here by tuk-tuk in about 25 minutes from the city center.
Guys, the number of likes on our videos is really low. Please, if you like this video, we can reach more people.
The skulls you see belong to real people. This place has been turned into a museum, and as you can see, there are hundreds, even thousands, of human skulls here. It's truly a very sad situation. Pol Pot, whose real name was Saloth Sar, was educated in France. He was introduced to communist ideas, and when he returned, he brought a nightmare to Cambodia. Pol Pot was born on May 19, 1925. He is considered one of the most ruthless leaders in the world. There are mass graves in the places you see here. Pol Pot persecuted his own people and killed everyone mercilessly through torture. The clothes of those who died here have surfaced on the ground with the rain. More than 100 women and children were killed here. To remember the women and babies, children have tied bracelets to the tree. The tree really made me very sad. They killed the babies by smashing them against this tree you see here. This is an atrocity. There are mass graves everywhere. Every week, 2 or sometimes 3 trucks full of people would arrive, and they would kill them. There was no enemy around. They declared their own people as the enemy.
In 1975, the Khmer Rouge, who seized the capital Phnom Penh, forcibly drove millions of people from the city to rural areas. What was their goal? To create a classless, equal society. But what actually happened was no different from genocide.
These clothes are the clothes of the people who died. In the place you see here, there is a mass grave of 450 people. They hang speakers on some of the trees. Because they don't want to hear the screams of people being killed, they deliberately play revolutionary music. In this glass-enclosed area you see, there are storage units containing chemicals.
The Tuol Sleng Genocide Museum in Phnom Penh is now a museum. After this, I will take you there. Here, there are the bodies of 166 people without heads. In some places, there are Chinese graves. Out of 250,000 Chinese minorities, 150,000 Cambodian Muslims were killed. 25% of the country's population was killed. Money was banned, religion was banned, schools, hospitals, family structure were all destroyed. Everyone was forced to work in the fields. Anyone who showed even the slightest opposition to the regime was executed. Wearing glasses, having a watch on your wrist, knowing a foreign language, or having any connection to the royal family could be a reason for execution. Pol Pot, who is considered one of the most ruthless leaders in the world, was born on May 19, 1925. In an interview he gave to the Yugoslavian channel, he claims he came from a poor family. However, he actually came from a wealthy family with ties to royalty. Pol Pot's father was a farmer and a landowner. At that time, Cambodia was a French colony. He receives his education at a French school and completes his high school studies. His father sends Pol Pot to a Buddhist school. He receives Buddhist education together with his sibling. However, later on, he establishes an atheist regime. In 1949, Pol Pot goes to Paris to study engineering. There, he joins secret Marxist-Leninist groups that want independence. These groups want Cambodia to become independent from France, and they send Pol Pot back to Cambodia. The French government gives scholarships to children from wealthy families and those connected to the king. Pol Pot goes to France on a scholarship. The Vietnam War is going on. Communist Vietnam sets up military bases in the north of Cambodia. This situation does not please the United States. In America, Richard Nixon wants Cambodia to be bombed. In Cambodia, the communist resistance emerges during this period. Between 1968 and 1975, a civil war breaks out. In 1975, the United States withdraws from Vietnam. With the help of Vietnamese soldiers, Phnom Penh is besieged in 1975, and the siege doesn't last long. Pol Pot settles in the place where the king lives. Pot sees the urban working class as a threat. He sends the urban population to camps to work in the fields. He abolishes money and switches to a barter system. Famine begins. In 1978, they become enemies with Vietnam due to a border dispute. Pol Pot is forced to flee. During that time, there is a genocide memorial statue. He escapes to the border region with Thailand and from their fights against the Vietnam-backed government in Phnom Penh. The Khmer Rouge continue to receive support from abroad because of their opposition to the communist regime in Vietnam. In 1977, after a power struggle within the Khmer Rouge, Pol Pot is arrested by his former colleagues and sentenced to life under house arrest. He dies on April 15, 1998. This statue is a solemn and respectful genocide memorial located here. All right, folks, I've come to the museum. It's a place with a beautiful garden right in the middle of the capital. This building is very secure because this is a prison. This place is a high school in the capital. The entrance fee is $10. If you want a guide, you pay an extra $5. Yes, there are cells in the place you see here. 25% of Cambodia's population was massacred. One person from every family was killed. This is truly an incredibly sad situation. There are bloodstains in some places. These bloodstains you see are real.
As you can see, the cells are very small and most of them don't have windows.
When Pol Pot and his soldiers came here in the 70s, they turned this place into a torture center. Here, you're looking at a real photograph.
What you see here are prison photos from those years.
They used to tie people to the bed so they wouldn't escape. The boxes here are ammunition boxes. They were used for prisoners to take care of their toilet needs.
Just imagine being one of those people. You don't even want to think about it.
The estimated number of people who died in this prison is 18,063. Only 12 people survived. 4 of those who survived were children. Among those who died, there were many children.
Yes, friends, I have blurred out the images in the photos because they could be considered inappropriate content. Here are some of the clothes belonging to people who died during that time.
This hat is one of the symbolic hats of the Pol Pot regime.
You see thousands of photos of women.
Yes, you can see the people working in the labor camps. Agriculture. The utopia of creating a society based on it did not come true.
The device on the side is used to make the person in the photo stand upright. What you see here are the iron shackles that were used at that time. On the side, there are broken statues of Pol Pot. Children might not even know the dark secrets once hidden beneath the ground they're standing on. And maybe they don't need to know. But we must not forget, because those who forget are doomed to experience the same pain again. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.